Jeanine Pirro, the former second-rate Fox News host turned way in over her head U.S. attorney, is calling it quits, folks. Now, she's not leaving her post, of course. She is going to stay U.S. attorney. She's just no longer going to pursue the political prosecutions that Donald Trump and Pam Bondi have entrusted her with. Specifically, she is giving up her attempt to prosecute these 6 Democratic lawmakers for putting out a completely legal video reminding service members in the U.S. military that they have a duty to not follow illegal orders. And again, that is something that is specifically mentioned in the military's own handbooks. That is part of their guidelines. And the Democratic lawmakers did nothing more than remind these people what their rights are. Trump, of course, had wanted these Democratic lawmakers prosecuted, getting on social media saying, "It was sedition at the highest level, and sedition is a major crime. There can be no other interpretation of what they said." And then, of course, it was revealed last week that Jeanine Pirro had actually impaneled a grand jury, attempted to get these individuals prosecuted, and the grand jury came back after hearing all of the one-sided evidence and said, no, we're not going to do that. And then it was revealed a few days after that that the lawyer for Democratic Senator Elissa Slotkin had actually talked to the prosecutors at Jeanine Pirro's office and said, hey, could you at least let us know what crimes you're looking at, what statutes you think have been violated? And they couldn't name a single one. So a long string of humiliating failures that they had thought were going to stay behind closed doors. They didn't think people were going to learn about this, but obviously we did. And now Jeanine Pirro says, you know what, we're not going to try to charge him again. We're going to move on, right? We don't like the humiliation. We don't like the nonstop string of failures that we constantly see here. I mean, Pirro, let's not forget, also couldn't indict the ham sandwich thrower. So that old saying that you could get a grand jury to indict a ham sandwich, apparently Jeanine Pirro is so bad that no, she literally can't. And again, as I always say, this is the one thing keeping our country together at this point is that Donald Trump has put the most incompetent, like cartoonishly incompetent people in charge of the really horrible things that he is attempting to do. Now, that doesn't make them any less serious. And that is the thing that we all do have to keep in mind. This is very serious. This administration attempted to indict 6 sitting lawmakers. And not for the types of crimes that lawmakers have, of course, been indicted for in the past, misusing campaign funds, insider trading. No. This was 6 people doing their job, reminding the military of what their job description actually says, and it pissed Trump off. And I think that's part of the story that typically gets a little lost in the shuffle. Why was Trump mad that these lawmakers reminded service members that they can defy illegal orders? I mean, it's almost like the guy knew he was giving illegal orders or was planning to give illegal orders and didn't want service members to know that they could not follow them. Kind of seems like the part of the story that really should have been the main focus from the beginning, because that shouldn't have sparked anger at all. You should have actually come out and said, yeah, service folk, that's true. Keep that in mind. Thank you, Democrats, for reminding us. But your reaction was anger, which can only lead us to believe that you had probably a lot of illegal orders you wanted to hand out. Have you, or someone you know, ever had your identity stolen, been a victim of fraud, or been hacked, scammed, doxxed? How does it make you feel that so much of your information is available for anyone to purchase? That's why I recommend today's sponsor, Aura, to my family and friends. Aura protects your privacy by identifying data brokers who are selling your information. Aura takes care of the hard part, automatically removing your information from these sites and, most importantly, keeping it off. There are a lot of services that offer this too, but none of them offer as many features as Aura, and for the same price. Aura is all-in-one digital security. You may already have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like leaving the front door locked, but then leaving the back door wide open. You get alerts if your personal information is found on the dark web. They provide real-time fraud alerts for both credit and banking. They have 24/7 monitoring to help keep your identity secure. They provide a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, you name it. And they have US-based support available around the clock if something does go wrong. And if anything does happen, Aura includes $5 million in identity theft insurance protection. And they have US fraud experts that are ready to help you 24/7. It's one app that provides every layer of protection. I don't want to leave myself vulnerable online, and you shouldn't either. And that's why I personally use Aura. Try it for yourself. Go to aura.com/Farron to try 14 days for free. That's enough time for Aura to start scrubbing your personal information off these data broker sites without you having to lift a finger.